Virgo, hey, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channel messages that come through. So let's get into it. Woo, that was long-winded. I hope you're well. We just moved into Gemini season, which is definitely, it feels good. Like we're feeling a lot of the tension, frustration, heightened emotion that we have been going through over the last few months. It's definitely lessening. It's definitely evening out, grounding out, going through Taurus season. Having that full moon in Scorpio has allowed us to release, let go, make changes. That earth energy of Taurus really absorbs a lot of that fire and water energy we were moving through. So things are getting a little bit better, right? Like maybe a little bit more hopeful. I think there is still a disconnect. Like I feel like we're still kind of in this waiting game of when are things going to manifest, or having to learn lessons around that, i.e. Jupiter has been really tensely aspected, and Jupiter is our fortune, our abundance. So it's how we see like those blessings come in our life. Right now it's in Gemini, which is all about duality, right? And being able to work with that, being able to work with when something pops up that we're not expecting, that we don't like, whatever. We can be flexible enough in order to navigate. And sometimes it's a little bit harder for earth signs, right? Earth energy can be very fixed. So that's why I like to start off these readings with an energy cleansing. Just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. Cleanse out any blocks, obstacles, limitations that we might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention for the reading as well, Virgo, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings, and it works, I promise. I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing, wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, what's going on, how it's faring, etc., or if you're looking for more of a realignment, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're feeling balanced, when we're feeling aligned, when we're feeling grounded in self, it makes making choices and decisions that are in alignment with our abundance, whether we're seeing it manifest or not, that much easier, right? And that's what it's all about, right? We can't always control our circumstances, what's going on around us, but we can control how we show up, how we act, how we behave, etc. So I would love to help support in whatever way possible, Virgo. Definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, with that, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama. All right, Virgo. So you feel like, I keep hearing that like you've hit this new level of success. Like you feel excited, you feel hopeful about something. I think there's still some nervous anticipation around you. It feels like you moved through something, moved through it successfully. And so you're kind of like ready for the next thing. I feel like you're really enjoying the fruits of your labor, so to speak, or just being very present, having this ability to just, now that you're like feeling a little less stressed out, you don't feel so overwhelmed by emotion, etc., the what ifs, the anxieties, the fears, you're able to just kind of appreciate what's in front of you. And it feels good. Like that's what I'm hearing. You feel good. Like you feel prepared for something. You feel ready to take the next step. you as the observer this week. I feel like you're still watching. You're still playing that role of how you've gotten to this place in the first place. If that makes sense. Like you chose to take a step back. Yeah, maybe you were thinking certain things, feeling certain things, etc. But you took a step back and you were patient with your decision making. And you allowed yourself to really kind of see what the reality of something was. I also feel like now, I love this metamorphosis, sorry. I can't always read the writing, but, you know, you're kind of moving into this space of starting something new, starting something fresh. But again, like you're still kind of showing up as wanting to be patient. Like I said, using the same tactics because it has been so successful, or right in this moment, in this time, it feels successful. Like you're feeling good. You're still nervous about something or someone, right? I think there is a little bit of hesitancy on your end. I feel like there's not been a lot of communication around something, and it's made it hard to see a situation clearly. So you have the moon cat is essentially our intuition, right? It is kind of connecting with that vibe of the night, whether it be your dream world, maybe you're having like some nightmares, or, you know, sometimes, I don't know, intuition and illusion, can sometimes be really hard to decipher between, right? Like intuition feels like calm and peaceful, and it's just an innate knowing. Even if it is a bad thing, it's like your soul still has peace around it. Illusion is what makes everything fearful, right? It kind of provokes that anxiety. It's the what ifs. It's the things like worst case scenario you can't control, right? And I mean, here's the thing. I feel like you are suspicious of something, someone in your environment. We'll see how the tarot fares out. There's something that, like, I don't know. But let's see. Maybe a little bit of worry and fear. I'm not, yeah, I don't know. There's something about this that, well, it's interesting because Six of Swords energy is all about smooth transitions. It's about moving forward to calmer waters, to things that are a little bit more balanced. I feel like in some ways it's kind of taken you a minute to get here. And maybe that's some of this residual that I'm picking up, where it's like you're not completely trusting the situation. With the wolf, I mean, I feel like this is, for you, this is about you being really conscious and mindful of what is going on around you, who's doing what, what's saying, what's happening, etc. This is you watching very closely because you want to make sure that things are moving forward in a positive way, and not necessarily in this way where it's something that, whether this is just fear, I don't know, there's something about this that like you're feeling fearful around. I apologize. I keep tripping over my words. So I'm hearing to like be gentle with yourself, right? Like to, I don't know, like I feel like there is a lot of power for you. What I want to say, there's a lot of power for you in being in this position. It gives very good guidance and insight. It gives you more knowledge and information. You might not like everything that you see, but it's also because you want to make sure that things are what they say they are, right? That things, people, situations are actually representing themselves in the right way. And it kind of looks like perhaps someone or something did mislead you. We have the Knight of Wands showing up in your environment. Someone who was just a little bit too hasty with their actions. I don't know. Because you're also showing the Three of Swords. Okay, so you really have to work hard this week on being okay with the dynamics of a situation, and I think that's way easier said than done. Because there's something about this that feels, I don't know, like, again, this is where that fear is creeping in, Virgo. it's the fear of the unknowns, or it's the fear of when you feel like you don't have as much control over situations, dynamics. But we're also getting the Falcon, and that's what I'm kind of hearing. Like, yeah, I think sometimes it is amazing to be in this space. I think there's a lot of power. I think you gain a lot of information when you're in more of this observation space. But there's also that need to like find out information, ask questions, have the necessary conversations, because that's where things can get a little bit dicey, right? If we're always kind of on the sidelines watching, we can easily find things that confirm whatever our worst fears are telling us, right? And, you know, whomever you're dealing with, even if it's not what you want, like the way that they're showing up, the way that they're contributing, it doesn't look like it's necessarily out of ill will, right? It almost looks like they're just kind of in a transition or transitory phase. We all are as a collective. That Pluto moving into Aquarius, Pluto's also in retrograde right now. So it's really forcing us to make necessary changes. And it looks to me, Virgo, like you have to make changes with this Knight of Wands. I don't necessarily feel like those are the same energies. This feels like, I don't know, like I feel like, well, let's see, what do they want with Virgo? We'll pull on each, both this energy you're currently dealing with and this Knight of Wands. Okay. Ooh, the Emperor and the, ooh, very powerful. Okay. Yeah, like, I mean, it's not, to me, it looks like this, whatever you're currently dealing with is something that's trying to work with you in harmony. Maybe they don't understand it all, right? Because at the same time, you guys are like, not opposites. Some things are similar, some things are different. And so maybe there has needed some adjustments, things that, so we're not like tripping over each other's toes, that type of vibe. I feel like the Knight of Wands has something to talk about, is what it looks like. A conversation. Or, you know, I think that, like, ultimately what I'm seeing in this is, like, maybe you're getting two different sides of a story or something. I don't know. Like, it just looks like you're dealing with two different energies, and they're both in their own way, even though it looks very different, just trying to find a little bit more balance within everything. Meaning, like, I don't want to fight anymore. I want to work together. Let's find new ways to do this. Some of this is very difficult, and, you know, because as much as Knight of Wands energy can be a little bit foolish, that's totally his downside. He can be arrogant, annoying, whatever, right? Like, he's just into himself, unfortunately. And so sometimes communication can be a little dicey. And it looks like, you know, if there have been conversations around things that are really emotional or whatever, or a lot of emotions are getting stirred, it looks like, again, there's just this need for more balance. And if that's not you who's like stirring the pot, if some of that emotionality is coming from this Knight of Wands, then it's learning how to communicate in a way that can be a little bit more balanced. And I think, Virgo, you are really good about that, because you're the sign of health, care, love, you know, nurture, like this value of taking care of one's mind, body, soul, essentially, health and well-being. So I feel like finding approaches that keep things balanced are going to be way more successful in these dynamics. Sometimes you just have to put on lip gloss and pretend to be psychic or psyched. That's awesome. That's hilarious, but so true, right? Like, even when we are suspicious, here's the thing, and this is like so much of what we're learning as a collective. Things are going to come out, right? If there's something shady, if there's something fishy, whatever, it's going to manifest. You're going to get the answers that you need. And sometimes we just have to be okay with where things are at the present time, at the present moment. Great people do things before they are ready. They do things before they know they can do it. Doing what you're afraid of, getting out of your comfort zone, taking risks, that is what life is, 100%. I love that. Just that vibe. And we've been getting that similar energy This is a cool deck. It's called Crush Your Goals. So essentially it's about empowering, but we've been getting that all across the collective. Like, it's okay to like believe in yourself right now. Neptune is in Aries. So it's this fuel of like trusting our instincts, trusting their guidance, their direction, etc. And knowing that we can take steps. And actually, as I'm saying this, like with Gemini season, a lot of movement is opening up. When you're in your lane, there's no traffic, 100%. We got that one the other day too. So just keeping focused on what is, trying not to get too, yes, remain an observer, right? Remain like cognizant of what's going on. But at the same time, don't let it be this thing that's like, you know, bringing unnecessary fear, anxiety, emotions into the situation, because it's like your sanity, right? And I think a lot of this can be combated with some honest conversations, honestly, right? Like just, hey, what do you think about this? How do you feel about this? Can you help me understand this a little bit more? Those types of things, right? So I hope that helped, Virgo. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I super appreciate you. All you bring to the channel. I hope you found messages that resonated here for you. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share, and a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.